Do you think
because of the lockout?
What do you think about John Gruden taking an offensive coordinator spot?
No, he wants the head coach.
You want a head coach?
He wants a head coach.
What do you think?
When you were once a head coach, unless there's nothing available to you like Mark Martz,
what do you
then
think?
you go, take what you can get. He
do you-
can get a head coach job.
What do you think about him head coaching the Giants?
Gruden? Well, that's off the table now. But
I know it is, but I mean, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I would actually,
better than Cowher?
I would take him over Cowher because you got to think about one thing about Bill Cowher. Everybody loved Bill Cowher as a coach for all those years at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
If Roethlisberger doesn't make that tackle off that Bettis fumble, and who was the Colt that was running the ball the other way? Made that shoe.
I know the guy who butted it loose. It was Gary Brackett.
Right.
The guy who returning it, I think,
Roethlisberger made that shoestring tackle.
was Mathis. A guy
No, it
named-
wasn't Mathis.
It was a cornerback.
It was a corner. I forget now. But the point is, if that tackle isn't made by Roethlisberger, that kid scores a touchdown the other way.
Harper.
All right, Harper. Cowher doesn't even get into the Super Bowl that year, and Cowher will forever have that label, never winning the big one.
Yep.
All right,
But he won it.
So let's just put Cowher a little bit into
And
perspective.
he built another team that won it.
Who's
with
lost
Tomlin.
more conference title games, Reed or Cowher?
I'm gonna say Reed
Yeah, it's tough
because he lost like 4 straight in it.
Cowher lost like 3 at home alone.
Yeah, but here Reed lost 4 and then 5. He lost 4 in a row. Finally won an NFC Championship game, lost the Super Bowl, and then 3 or 4 years later they lost the NFC Championship game in Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I forgot about that one.
Reed
At
lost
the Cardinals
5
3 years ago.
NFC Championship games.
And Cowher
But let me
lost
tell you
a lot
something.
too.
The one time that they went to the Super Bowl, that was not Andy Reid's fault.
I know.
They had a very giddy quarterback in Donovan McNabb who couldn't remember to put his chin strap on and threw up in the
They
huddle.
ran up against New England team at the height of its, that New England team,
3
not the one
picks.
now.
Threw 3 picks too.
But I'm looking at some of these jobs. We know that Frazier, let's see, Seattle, St. Louis, San Francisco. We don't know what's going to happen with the Niners. Arizona, he's going to keep his job. That team got decimated. And we already know about Turner staying in San Diego. I don't know.
I mean, there's 3 head coaching jobs that probably should have been.
Here's another one. Del Rio, second year in a row. Jacksonville has just let the season go down the drain. They were 8-5. Their last 3 games, they had games against Washington and games against Houston. Winnable games to at least get to 10 wins and get to the playoffs.
This is my
They
opinion.
lost their last 3 in a row.
This is my opinion on the last 2 games, especially the last one with David Garrard and Maurice Jones-Drew out. Honestly, I think they could have both played.
Yeah, but their defense couldn't stop Houston.
It doesn't matter. When you don't have Maurice Jones-Drew and David Garrard on offense, who do you have on offense? You have nobody on defense.
I tell you what, they
you
probably
can't play offense.
in an all or nothing game. If they didn't play, they were really hurt.
No, they were not hurt. I can tell you right now.
What do you mean they were not hurt? How do you know they were not hurt?
Garrard played last week. He was fine.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He played last week. He was fine.
Maybe he aggravated the injury.
Drew played last week. He was fine. Garrard.
Wait. Drew didn't Drew miss the Redskin game?
It was either Garrard or Drew, and I know it wasn't Garrard. I know it wasn't Drew last week.
But the problem is, you lost the last 3 games. Del Rio, you got to win at least one of those games. Put the pressure on the Colts.
You can't have those 2
They're
guys
8-8
can't be
again.
hurt. Those 2 guys cannot be hurt.
We're talking about Del Rio now.
They got to play for this. They got to play for their coach, and that's not what they did. And they want him out.
No. Garrard did play because he threw the pick in overtime against Washington.
That was Garrard and both.
Jones-Drew did not play that game.
That was okay, fine. That was Maurice Jones-Drew and David Garrard's statement saying we don't want him to coach anymore. That's my opinion. You can take it or leave it. That's my opinion. I think because they didn't play, they want Del Rio out. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I think you're wrong there.
I think they're healthy. I think they're both healthy enough to play.
I've never heard nothing about Del Rio having problems at Jacksonville.
Nope.
He's a lot like John Fox of Carolina, who lost his job. There's never any drama. There's no problems, but
there isn't.
Guy just had a bad team to work with.
It just doesn't.
Fox will get a job.
Yeah,
Cleveland or Dallas.
Well,
he's tight with Holmgren. He's tight with Holmgren,
and he likes Jake Delhomme. So I mean that would make
Wow.
sense.
Colt McCoy is their quarterback for the future. You know that.
Well, he's a former quarterback.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Holmgren is not.
You know what Delhomme did?
Delhomme will not be there next.
You know what Delhomme did for John Fox in 2003?
Yeah, but
brought him to a Super Bowl.
That's 8 years ago.
Okay,
Eh.
it's still the same person.
And what's Delhomme done the last 2-3 years? Thrown more picks than Favre. So
is that
come
true?
on. Yeah, I'm just saying. I was just saying, but I don't know if it's true or not. But You know, he became in the playoff game against the Cardinals 2 years ago.
He threw like 5 picks.
Threw 5 picks.
Yeah,
he's done. He's old news. Colt McCoy is a quarterback. Whether Holmgren brings in an offensive coordinator like Fox to bring the head coach, I don't know. But so there's another job, Carolina. Cowher, I don't think Cowher's going to go there because that owner will not pay.
Hang on a second.
That owner will not pay.
Hang on a second. What if Mike Holmgren?
Yeah.
Now remember, John Gruden was under him before. Do you think John Gruden would come in
in Cleveland?
In Cleveland.
Why not?
Not to coach. Not to be a head coach, be coordinator. Because of Holmgren's integrity of what he was
before. If
before.
Gruden leaves the broadcast booth, it would be the head coach. Period.
What is he better at? What is he better at right now? As an analyst or a coach?
Who cares about that? Come on. Who cares? Everybody's better as an analyst.
I like what he was as an analyst, but he was a good coach too. He was fun to watch.
What are you, Dick Ebersol over here? Come on, what's the difference? I mean, he's gonna if he leaves the broadcast booth, it's gonna be a head coach.
Well, then he might be the head coach of Cleveland.
Yeah, I think he will be. Because Holmgren and him have a connection. So
maybe Cowher will go back to where he was. Go back to where he started.
Is Tom Cable going to keep his job? Well, Cowher?
Yeah.
Where?
Cleveland.
Back to Cleveland?
Why not?
I don't think he'll do that because he has too much respect for the Rooney family. He won't do that. He will not go coach a rival team.
This is true. You're right. And
the job that I think he really wanted is not opening up for a couple of years yet.
Where's that?
At the Giants.
You don't think so?
You know that job's not opening up for a couple of years. Especially if the Giants give Coughlin more than a 1-year extension.
I think that the fans will not want him back. I think most fans that won't want him back.
Where?
In New York? I think some Giants fans would not want Coughlin back. I think they want to try something new.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You know for a fact that they're not going to have the same offensive coordinator.
I'm pretty sure Gilbride will be
Gilbride is gone.
Because in the press conference yesterday, he was very non-committal about that.
Yeah.
Coughlin.
Well, who's a good replacement for him? What do you think? A guy that can balance the football out. Number one.
Yeah, go get away from passing the ball too much.
Because remember, Kevin Gilbride was the quarterback's coach and the offense coordinator.
Anyway,
so
we discussed a lot of possibilities we don't know, but a lot to talk about Thursday. Because I think by Thursday there will be a couple of decisions made. There was nothing made on Black Monday yesterday,
right?
But I think a couple more decisions will be made in the next couple of days.
I can tell you right now, Gilbride's out though. That's easy.
One quick baseball note we forgot about: the Mets picked up a couple injury-ravaged pitchers. What else to do?
Chris Capuano and Taylor Buchholz, but
gave him 1-year deals. Make good deals. We'll see how it works out.
When the Mets play guys that are injury prone, they somehow end up being not injury prone. It's kind of weird.
It's just to fill out the roster for this year. You know where all that goes. Anyway, that's the end of our first segment.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Our second segment, we're going to talk a little bit about the Giants and Jets. What happened? What's going to happen with the Giants? Maybe. Mike and Sean. We'll be right back.